Shirley Jones, born in 1934 in Troy, Pennsylvania, grew up far from Hollywood's bright lights. Life in her small town revolved around school and local traditions, but Shirley found escape in the local movie theater. Her extraordinary singing voice caught the attention of teachers early on, and by age 12, she was encouraged to pursue professional training. At the Pittsburgh Playhouse, she studied acting, singing, and dance, laying the groundwork for her future stardom. By 1955, Shirley's talent earned her the role of Laurie in Oklahoma, a film that would propel her from small-town girl to a rising Hollywood icon. A fateful meeting in Paris. At just 21, Shirley's career was skyrocketing when Jack Cassidy entered her life. 10 years her senior, Cassidy was a Broadway star with a magnetic personality. Their first encounter happened during rehearsals for the European tour of Oklahoma. Jack, then married, introduced himself with a bold confidence that startled Shirley. When the company reached Paris, Jack invited her to dinner, promising a culinary adventure she had never experienced. Over champagne and escargot, their conversation flowed, and at the end of the night, he kissed her cheek and declared, "I'm going to marry you." This audacious promise marked the beginning of a complicated love story, entering marriage and family life. By 1956, Jack divorced his first wife, Evelyn Ward, and married Shirley. At 22, she became not only a wife but also stepmother to Jack's son, David Cassidy, who was already displaying the charm that would make him famous. Outwardly, their marriage appeared glamorous, combining Shirley's Hollywood ascent with Jack's Broadway reputation. Yet beneath the surface, tensions simmered. While Shirley gained fame with films like Carousel and Elmer Gantry, Jack struggled with envy. Her rising stardom cast a shadow over his Broadway achievements, fueling insecurities that would later have devastating effects on their marriage. The contrast between public admiration and private tension defined their early years together. Jack Cassidy, charm and complications. Jack Cassidy was captivating, the life of every gathering, drawing admiration wherever he went. Yet his magnetic charm masked a deeper need for validation. Shirley later revealed that Jack's attention-seeking tendencies were relentless. Flirtations with women escalated into affairs, and rumors of relationships with men began circulating quietly in Hollywood. In private, he admitted his bisexuality and insisted that fidelity was impossible for him. For Shirley, raised on small-town values of loyalty and faith, this revelation was devastating. She realized she was married to a man who could never fully belong to her, yet she remained committed to preserving their family and protecting Jack's public image. A life of contradictions. The 1960s brought both triumph and heartbreak. Shirley flourished on screen, earning accolades and cementing her status as one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses. Off-screen, she played the devoted wife and mother, raising 3 sons, Sean, Patrick, and Ryan, while managing a marriage marked by betrayal. Jack's infidelities became a lifestyle, often flaunted openly at social gatherings. Shirley endured silently, convinced that leaving him would fracture their family. Yet amid the pain, she found resilience. Her commitment to her children and career required extraordinary strength, forcing her to navigate a dual existence, the perfect public image and the private struggle of heartbreak and disillusionment. The weight of silence. For decades, Shirley carried Jack's secrets alone. Hollywood gossip hinted at his double life, but she never confirmed it publicly. Maintaining discretion protected both her family and Jack's reputation. She endured humiliation, heartbreak, and betrayal, often asking herself why she remained in a marriage that caused such pain. The answer was love. Shirley's devotion was unwavering, her commitment to family and her own ideals stronger than the urge to expose him. This silence became both a shield and a burden, one that she carried quietly, embodying the contradiction of loving someone who repeatedly broke her trust. Love, laughter, and a second chance. After Jack's death, Shirley eventually found unexpected companionship with comedian Marty Angels. Their relationship, often described as unconventional, blended humor, affection, and stability. Marty's eccentric personality contrasted sharply with Jack's chaotic charm, but he offered Shirley the devotion she had longed for. Together, they co-wrote a memoir chronicling their unusual love story. They remained married until Marty's death in 2015, nearly 4 decades later. Through this bond, Shirley experienced the steady affection she had missed in her first marriage. Yet memories of Jack continued to haunt her, a testament to the complex emotional ties that defined her life. Speaking out at last, it wasn't until Shirley was in her 90s that she fully revealed the truths of her marriage. Her 2013 memoir, Shirley Jones, a Memoir, disclosed Jack Cassidy's lifelong infidelities and bisexuality. She recounted how he openly flaunted his affairs and admitted that fidelity was not in his nature. Her revelations stunned fans and critics, providing a candid view of a marriage that had long been whispered about but never fully exposed. Shirley framed these confessions not as revenge but as liberation. After decades of protecting his image and safeguarding her children, she finally claimed the freedom to tell her story on her own terms, reconciling love and pain. Even after exposing Jack's betrayals, Shirley never vilified him. She continued to describe him as the great love of her life despite the anguish he caused. This paradox, enduring love intertwined with enduring pain, shaped her reflections and public statements. Shirley's story illustrates the complexity of human relationships, where admiration, desire, and heartbreak coexist. By sharing her experience, she reshaped how Hollywood remembered Jack, not solely as a charismatic star, but as a deeply flawed man whose pursuit of attention and pleasure left a trail of emotional consequences. Her candor allowed a fuller understanding of both their lives. The legacy of truth. Shirley Jones's courage to finally speak openly serves as a testament to resilience. Her life, filled with extraordinary artistic achievements, complicated love, and profound sacrifice, reflects the contradictions many face behind closed doors. By telling her story late in life, she protected her children and herself while eventually reclaiming her voice. Her honesty challenges romanticized notions of Hollywood relationships and demonstrates the strength required to endure both personal and public scrutiny. Shirley's narrative is a study in perseverance, the cost of love, and the power of truth, ultimately providing a nuanced portrait of fame, family, and forgiveness. Conclusion: a life fully lived? Shirley Jones's journey from small-town Pennsylvania to Hollywood legend was shaped by extraordinary talent, remarkable resilience, and complex love. Her marriage to Jack Cassidy, though filled with heartbreak, taught her lessons in endurance, loyalty, and self-preservation. Finding love again with Marty Angels offered balance and stability, yet memories of Jack remained a defining presence. By finally revealing the truths of her first marriage, Shirley transformed private suffering into a story of liberation. Her life reminds us that even the brightest stars carry shadows, and that truth, spoken in its own time, can bring healing, understanding, and an enduring legacy of courage.